You yelled at your kids again. You promised yourself you wouldn't, but in that moment, you lost it. Here's the truth. Willpower alone will never work. Today, I'm going to share 10 techniques that actually help regulate your nervous system in the moment, plus one somatic trick that calms me down every single time, especially when my kids are melting down. My name is Efrat Amira. I'm a mom of 3 boys and a parenting coach, and I'm passionate about integrating the tools and wisdom I've learned from my own personal and spiritual journey into the way that I raise my kids and sharing those insights with you. If you appreciate this kind of content, hit the like button so more parents can find this information as well. Now let's get started. The first few points are going to be about how we can prevent ourselves from getting into those intense situations with our kids. And the last few points are going to be about what we do when we're already in those situations with our kids. The first point I want to talk about is that we have to have the right mindset. We sometimes think that we have to be perfect parents, that we can never lose our patience, that we can never yell at our children. That's not the right mindset to have because it puts a lot of pressure on ourselves. We have to remember that we are only humans. We only have to be good enough parents. We don't have to be perfect. So we have to remember that we will lose our patience. We will say the wrong things and we will yell at our children sometimes. And we have to remember that repair is always possible. No, you won't traumatize your kids if you once in a while lose your patience with them. What causes trauma is repetitive, ongoing experiences of disconnection, of humiliation, of shame, of a parent that is completely not attuned to a child's feelings. Most parents who just lose their patience once in a while are not going to traumatize their kids. So we have to give ourselves more grace and remember that we're only human and we're going to make mistakes with our kids. And we have to drop that dream of being perfect parents because it's just not realistic on the one hand. And on the other hand, the expectation of being perfect parents is putting so much pressure on ourselves that we just can't be authentic anymore in our house. The second point is that we have to remember our bigger goal as parents. We're not parenting moment by moment by moment. We're parenting with a bigger goal in mind. So for example, if you're going through a rough situation with your child right now and you tend to get very triggered with them, ask yourself, what is my goal here? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to teach my children? How can we get through this and help them mature and learn something from the situation that we have right now? This will help us put things in perspective because the daily meltdowns that we have with our kids will pass if we're looking at them in the long term, if we have our bigger goal in mind. So if your child is young right now and they have these huge emotions that just create so much pressure in the house, you have to remember that the more you practice your own self-regulation and self-control, the more they will learn their own self-regulation and self-control. And this is something that I'm going to talk about in the next video. So make sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe to this channel so you will get a notification once that comes out. The third point is that you have to make sure that you take care of your own needs. I'm not talking about fancy self-care. I'm talking about getting enough sleep, eating when you're hungry, drinking when you're thirsty, going to the bathroom when you need to. As parents, we tend to override our very, very basic needs and we get to a point where we're just so disconnected from ourselves and we are so irritated because we just didn't take care of our very basic essential needs. So we have to tune into our bodies few times during the day and just ask ourselves, what do we need right now on a very basic fundamental level? Doing that will help us develop more awareness of our bodies also in the moment of stress so that we will able to hold ourselves and not say that hurtful thing to our children that we don't want to and we don't mean to say. The next point that I want to make is that we have to show up for ourselves. Many parents think that they need to spend more time with their children. And because they are putting all that pressure on themselves that they have to be with their children as much as possible during the day, because maybe they're working, maybe they're very busy, the thing is that our kids don't need more time with us. They need to feel that time that they are spending with us is time that we enjoy spending with them. So we have to take care of ourselves. If we need a lot of time for ourselves, we have to take that time for ourselves. You know, many parents parents, when they have younger kids, they don't go out, they don't meet friends, they don't do anything for themselves, and they're just so overwhelmed that when they are with their children, they're just not in their best selves. So I know this is sometimes harder to do. Believe me, I've raised 3 boys with no help at all. We live far away from grandparents and from our family, and we needed to navigate that between me and my partner because we don't have a babysitter at all. We haven't had a babysitter for 10 years now. So it is possible to do it. We just have to find the time to do it and take that time to ourselves. And some people just need more time for themselves than others. If that's you, take that time for yourself, especially when you're a mom to young children. They don't need more of you. They need you to show up in a better state when you are with them. The next point that I want to make is that if something keeps coming up, if you're having the same frustration over and over and over and over with your children, you have to ask yourself the deeper question. What is not working in our life right now? Is something not working out for me? Is something not working out for my child? Is our schedule too busy? Are house rules not clear to everybody? You have to ask yourself those deep, bigger questions, because when you are able to step out of the situation and just look at things from above and try to understand what is the deeper reason that your children are getting triggered over and over again from the same thing, something is wrong with the situation. It can be getting out of the house in the morning. It can be during bedtime. It can be doing their house responsibilities. Whatever it is, take a step back for a moment and ask yourself, what is not working in the situation for my child or for myself right now? Because we keep butting heads on the same thing over and over again. So we have to take that step back and understand what is happening on the deeper level for us right now. The next few points are going to be what to do in the moment when you already got into the place where you're triggered and all the emotions are running high. So the first thing is that when you notice that you're getting triggered, pause. Just pause. Take a moment and just don't say anything. Just even keep your mouth shut strongly and force yourself to not say anything in the moment, because chances are that you're going to say something that you're going to regret later. If it's an emergency, take care of it without saying many words or even not saying anything at all. If the kids are fighting right now, let's say, just separate themselves, send each one to their room, not as a punishment, just because you need to keep them safe. And then after everybody calms down, you can address the situation. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's not an emergency and you don't have to say something right away. And you can take that minute to calm yourself down and just not say anything in the beginning. So if it was an emergency or if it wasn't, take time to calm yourself down. Drink some water, breathe, go outside, even just look outside, out of the window, look at the trees, and bring yourself back to the moment. Become aware of the thoughts that are running through your mind. What are you telling yourself about the situation? Is your body responding like it's in real danger? Most likely it is. Remind yourself that it's okay, you are safe, your kids are just fighting right now, your child is refusing to do their homework, your child doesn't want to go to bed, they're not putting on their shoes, you're not in real danger. You have to remind your body that, because your body feels like it is. Now I want to talk about the most effective tool that I have learned from the world of somatic experiencing of how to bring ourselves back to a regulated nervous system. In the moment when we get triggered from our kids, as I just said a moment ago, our body feels like we're under attack. Our body goes into our fight and flight response. So the fight and flight response means that our body either wants to run away from the situation or our body wants to fight. So there is intense energy that our body is filled with. We are getting bombarded with hormones like adrenaline. Basically, our body is hijacking our mind, and we cannot, even if we want to, we cannot say the right thing. We cannot be calm in that moment. We have to calm our bodies down. And I know that for me, when I get into those intense situations, breathing doesn't work. Going outside, it doesn't work. Looking outside the window, it doesn't work. Drinking water, nothing helps me in the situation. The only thing that does help me is doing something that I'm going to show you right now, which may look a little crazy, but it actually works. So what I do is take a towel or a cloth, whatever I have near me, and I just squeeze it tightly. like this. So I squeeze it and I just take out all that energy that is ramped up in my body on the towel. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. I also sometimes take the towel, and sometimes it can just be like my shirt. I take it in and I put it in my mouth and I just bite on it really, really hard. I let out all that energy that is built up inside my body so that my body can start to calm down. Another option you can do if this is available to you in the moment, and sometimes it's not because you're around your kids and you don't want to scare them, so you can just roar like a lion. Just take out all that energy from your body. So either squeeze a towel, bite on a towel, and roar really loudly. Because what you want to do is you want to take out all that energy that is within your body and take it out on something that is not your kids, right? So try it. Please let me know how this is working for you in the comments. This is something that I learned from the world of somatic experiencing, and it's probably the most effective tool that I have as a parent. And I use it over and over again. And it can be even much more subtle than this, but every time I feel that energy rising in my body, I just do that. It really creates a world of a difference for me of how I show up with my children. To end this video, do not seek perfection. You don't need to be a perfect parent. You just have to be good enough. If you practice what I talked about in this video, first of all, it will help you not get triggered as much with your children. When you do get triggered with your children, to avoid responding in the way that you don't want to with them. So again, it's not enough to just want to yell at your children. The thing is that you have to be active and do things in order to help you to avoid those moments in the first place, or to know how to deal with those moments when you get there. If you enjoyed this video, check out another video on how I get my kids to listen without yelling.